Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to do a pick a card. Let's call in spirit with some wind chime time. And I have a quick announcement. If you didn't see my post from yesterday, today's pick a card is also going to be an opportunity to win a free personal reading with me. I've been enjoying a vacation, I have a little bit of time, so I figured I would give away 2 free readings to those who comment authenticity on this video. And then, of course, be sure you've also liked and that you're subscribed, as I will be focused on those as well. So, the first option for our pick a card is a feather that I picked up at my local favorite store, Awakenings. And then this, for pile 2, is an example of rose mauling. I'm part Norwegian, 50% actually. And rose mauling was an art form that was used on primarily like trunks, which were pretty important in Norway in terms of, you don't really just go to Target and buy a suitcase when you need to move your shit around, right? So, lastly, we have Bast, who is, of course, also on my arm. I don't know how well you can see because, of course, it's like I'm wearing a black dress. But I'm also going to have a little video clip here for you so you can see the 3 items up close. Go ahead and pick whichever one resonates most with you, and I'll see you for your message. Hi, Pile 1. So I don't know what makes you choose a feather. Perhaps you like to hunt, or perhaps you know that feathers can be a symbol for angels. But I salute you on your decision. Alright, let's get started. I feel like we'll start with the Lenormand here. And I do have just a little bit of a focus on the Lion's Gate. That's today, 8/8. But really, I just like to let Spirit decide what message is most important for you to hear. Alright, Pile 1? The first thing we have out is the Path. So there may be a choice here for you in terms of which direction to go. I feel like it has something to do with your money. You may have an option to be generous with somebody and you're not sure if it's the right move or if you should be saving, or you may have an option to leave a current work situation. But there's something here about wanting to enjoy the beautiful things in life as well. Yeah, you want to be able to provide for yourself and you want to be able to make the right decisions when it comes to your finances. But I also see a recommitment or a dedication to making sure that you're able to do things that also fill your cup, right? There could be a masculine energy who is a little bit cold or stoic to most people, that is uncommonly kind or open with you. And I feel like this person is tied to this decision you have. We have the book coming out, and oofda. Okay. That's some heavy energy, you guys. This is the book and the cross, and I don't know if just looking at the pictures bring about any kind of heavy thoughts for you guys, but for those of you that identify as Christian, the cross may come across as a beacon of hope. That's what it was created for, right? But this is actually a card meant to describe people going through the dark night of the soul. Very difficult time. May test your beliefs, whether or not you identify as Christian. There's something here about somebody having to suffer in silence. They weren't able to feel love or support the way that they needed to during a very difficult period. It could be a loss of a family member or a loss of a significant relationship. But I feel like there was a drastic change to the home life where this person or you lives. And there was something here about not wanting it to really be very public, you know? Maybe it's, one of these individuals has some scrutiny because of their role in society. I'm being drawn to the Marigold Tarot, so we'll continue there, pile one. The first card out is the Hermit in the reverse. Along with the Four of Rings in the reverse. In this deck, the pentacles are represented by rings. Here they are in the upright. So what I'm getting from this is there has been a period of time where you may have had to let go of a lot of things that had brought you comfort or stability, willfully or against your will, and it's left you feeling as though you don't have somebody there to guide you. And this isn't to say, like you don't know how to live your life, you don't know how to make decisions. It's just maybe you had grown accustomed to having, your mom there if you had some questions regarding your love life and you lost her. If that's how it actually happened, I'm sending you hugs because I can't even imagine losing my mom. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Someone had to walk this path alone. I feel like whoever you had to let go of didn't want to let go of you either. Sorry. Queen of Rings, also in the reverse. I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who had previously been seen as very stable, reliable, and almost even like a little predictable in terms of really working hard or working towards a goal. And maybe that particular path ended up not leading where this individual, probably you, thought it would, because it has ended up in some sort of lack of stability and stagnation where one is even wondering, have I sacrificed my own happiness in pursuit of this thing that I felt like I had to do? For some of you, there is a Virgo involved here, or Virgo is prominent in one individual's chart. We have the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. This is kind of beautiful, you guys. And it's clarifying this dark night of the soul card. That it may have been painful, and you may have lost things or people along the way, but what you now have that you didn't have before is clarity and an understanding of the truth. The Seven of Swords is in the reverse here, and that's because there's something here about you having a greater discernment. No one is going to be able to pull one over on you very easily, if at all. I get the impression that you have perhaps gone through a dark night of the soul where Spirit was showing you individuals that you had invested in were not good for you. and that those people that you had considered close to you or, friends were not people that you really needed to be associating with. There was something dishonest here. But this whole process has underscored for you an appreciation for those that are authentic. That my word that I'm asking you to write on my video for a free reading is authenticity. It seems to apply quite readily to your reading here in pile 1. You are over that codependency on people that are not treating you appropriately, people who are hiding their true intent. You now see the beauty of being on your own, or only letting those into your energy that have the same respect for honesty and clarity that you do. These people with fake everything, they're no longer of interest to you. I feel like for many of you, there is a feminine energy here. Could be a mother. She came out in the reverse. There's a feminine energy that is trying to put on a show. This feminine energy wanted to present themselves as someone who brings in abundance and is creative and successful and loving and caring. But the truth of the matter is, this is somebody who knows how to manipulate others, and she has been presenting a different facade in order to trap her next victim. We have the Lovers coming out to clarify the Hermit in the reverse. And for hidden energy, we have the Four of Wands, which, by the way, the Empress in the reverse was also hidden energy. If you're new to my channel, that's where it flips over but doesn't fall out. I consider that hidden from the viewer. So we have, in the past, or perhaps it's happening right now for some of you, somebody feeling like they have had to make a choice. Because remember, we have this path, right? Somebody thought one path was the right path, and now they're wondering if it is. There's a choice perhaps in love for you. It doesn't have to be career, it doesn't have to be love, take it how it resonates, but this choice looked like it was going to offer you everything you ever wanted. But the closer you looked at it, the more you could see how hastily the mask was put on. But we have this Four of Wands coming out to tell me that you're not aware that there's redemption coming your way. You're not aware that there's something beautiful around the corner because you have chosen yourself. Thank you, Spirit. This is like capitalized, underscored, bolded confirmation of redemption. You are getting justice. You have had to let go of things, and it was painful. Very painful. I'm sorry you've gone through that. Especially sorry if you feel that you've gone through this alone. I send you a hug, a big hug. You've gone through the worst of it. You have some bright days ahead of you, pile 1. So don't be discouraged, okay? Keep the faith. This Justice card is coming out to say, you maybe thought things were never going to change and that things were going to stay in this dark night of the soul, lots of loss and disappointment. But that is not how it is. And I need you to focus on positive thinking, especially today. It's the Lionsgate portal. You watch this the day that I post this. Shit, I don't care when you watch this. Focus on your thinking. You've got to have the ability to acknowledge your thoughts manifest reality. If you expect people to shit on your relationship, they will. First, get rid of the people that are clearly toxic. You fall in love with yourself and being able to be happy as an independent person, and then you're able to positively manifest, positively focus on the things that you want to bring in your life. The universe wants to bring you out of this dark night of the soul and reward you for how you've behaved. You have had a respect for the truth. You have not hidden who you are or tried to steal or any of that shit that the Seven of Swords represents. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This period of time where you were feeling loss may have been a direct, opposite to what you had experienced before. I feel like you had had a period where things were coming in quite easily for you, and then it was noticeably different when things kind of slowed down for you. And there was this frustration, right? Like, why am I incapable of manifesting like I had before? It's likely because someone in your life was blocking your blessing. So we have a Knight of Wands and Death. This could be a Scorpio, doesn't have to be, but these are both in the reverse. We have a masculine energy that was unwilling to change. Masculine energy who wanted to party. He's selfish. Didn't really like to think about accountability or how things felt for other people, just wanted to do his thing. Alright, pile one, let's get a little bit of clarification here for you. This is the OG, or the Rider-Waite. So, yeah. We have the end of a cycle. Remember I said that Ten of Swords means you've been through the worst of it. This dark night of the soul chapter for you is ending. With the World, we know that there's something new here. You're choosing a new life. You may have to reject something you thought you wanted, or you already have, but when you choose the truth, you get your redemption and your justice. So make sure you're not lying to yourself, make sure you're not lying to anybody else, and focus on what it is that would make you happy, because the universe wants you to have it. Oh, shit. Oops. We have the King of Pentacles. You definitely have some abundance coming in. Remember at the beginning I said, I feel like there's something here about a choice, and it's going to lead you to money. Like, there's something here about you gaining money. The King of Pentacles is the highest up you can be with regards to the Pentacles. So you are moving into a period of abundance after having lost quite a lot. There's somebody here who feels they owe you an apology or is going to come in with an apology, but I'm a little bit nervous about whether or not we can trust this. Feels like they're just looking at your pentacle. Emperor and the reverse. This is somebody trying to control you. So use your discernment. Remember, I told you, you're getting better at this. You can see through those sneaky motherfuckers. So this Emperor in the reverse comes in to apologize just so that he can use you for your money because you get a promotion or something. You can tell him to pound sand. I mean, you don't have to be a total dick about it. You could tell him to, like, fuck off. But really though, if you have somebody who wants to use you for your money and was fine with discarding you until you started seeing some success, what is it that they're really after? You know better. You'll see that. You'll see it like clear as day. But as far as communicating this to this person, I want you to be very direct, okay? This is not somebody whose feelings you're going to hurt. And if you do, it might be karma. I'm not encouraging that, but I don't think you should be putting frosting on this cake just for the Emperor in the reverse's tiny little heart. I would say I'm really focused on me right now. I don't have the energy to invest in another relationship at this time, but I appreciate your apology. there's a way to be classy, you know? You don't have to shut someone down and be a total cunt about it, even though it might seem absolutely delicious at the time. There's something even more delicious about handling something with class and honesty, where you know you've communicated what you needed to say, but tomorrow, when you start thinking back on that conversation, there won't be any of that like, should I have done that? Was that too far? Be honest. You've already shown me who you are, you controlling asshole. Queen of Cups. This person sees you as a sweetheart, but they wouldn't change for you. You've changed, and they haven't. This is like that divine feminine black swan thing that I keep coming back to, that idea that when we start off as a Queen of Cups and everyone sees us as loving and caring and generous, it can attract all of the wrong attention, like the Emperor in the reverse. People who want to take advantage of you, people who take and don't give back, people who think you're weak. You're not weak. You've been through a lot. You've got 10 swords in your back. You're still walking. So this Emperor in the reverse is wrong. And he'll find out just how wrong he is when he tries to manipulate you yet again and is met with what I imagine will be like a Queen of Swords energy here, because I feel like what's happened is this dark night of the soul has pushed whomever I'm reading for into fully appreciating the need for that masculine side to come through, right? Like that Black Swan video that I'm referencing is probably about a month ago, but basically explored the themes of awakening or ascension in Black Swan with Natalie Portman, and highlighted the idea that we are not a complete divine feminine until we are able to master the ability to maintain boundaries and respect. If I was only a sweetheart and only kind and generous, these kind of people would take advantage of me all day. You have to be able to bark just as well as purr. We have a Seven of Swords in the reverse again. Yeah, you're done with the dishonesty. You're done with the people who want to use you. You now see through that bullshit. I'm totally here for it. And then we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. So you are letting go of this energy, this codependency or need for external validation. You know that you love yourself. You know that you have a lot to give. You know that you can stay calm under a lot of different circumstances. So you have gained strength and clarity into who you are and what you want to tolerate in your life. And I applaud you. This is beautiful, Kyle. So you may not know it, but you have a new start coming your way. And with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, this is clarifying the Page of Cups. So while you're over here improving your monies and feeling better about yourself and your relationship to those around you and appreciating that you're not responsible for fixing everyone else's problems, you aren't, you're over here also able to recognize that this Emperor in the reverse hasn't done any of the work that you've done. They want to make things happen with empty promises and bullshit apologies, and you're looking at them like, yeah? Mm-hmm. Sure. I see right through you, dude. You haven't put in the work. You don't know what a fucking apology should sound like, much like what it's like to change after you apologize. That behavior is going to be the same shit. You're controlling and you like to lie. Knight of Cups in the reverse. This person is not a good match for your caliber and knows it. So they feel like they have to make some sort of trickery happen to reduce the other suitors' inclinations of coming forward. So their whole plot or plan is, I'm going to apologize to this Queen of Cups, and then I'm going to scare off anybody else who wants to go towards her so that her only option is me. Not realizing you don't care if he's the only option, you'll be fine on your own. Idiot. Because you know this is not true love. You maybe even have done some research on empath and narcissists in terms of how that pairing happens and what that looks like, and kind of wisened up to how they take advantage of empaths. As an empath myself who has dealt with narcissists, my advice to you, Pile 1, is to limit the amount of information you provide a narcissist, because the only thing that narcissists do with the information you give them is use it against you. So when you smile and nod, they think you're agreeing with them. Really all you're doing is starving them of any future ammo they might have against you. I hope that works for you. Alright, we're going to close it off with a couple of situation cards for you. And then don't forget, Pile 1, if you want a free reading, you're going to want to comment authenticity on this video, and be sure to like and subscribe. So there is something here about action or communication coming in, because we have crickets in the reverse. And this is about your new beginning. So I feel like this is more so you may start seeing positive things happening, like job opportunities coming your way, or even though this Emperor is trying to keep anybody else who might want to make an offer of love to you away from you, I still think that he's going to be ineffective at that, and somebody's going to make their way through. Hey, honey, what's he going to do? Like, fucking down Tinder? Alright. So we have intervention. This is beautiful because it's literally clarifying the Hanged Man in the reverse. And what does he have? A halo. He's enlightened. So I feel like you may have gotten dreams or some other signs from the universe that helped you understand the direction you needed to go. But there is definitely something here about you being protected. It looks like the universe is recommending just ghost this fucker. This Emperor in the reverse, whether this is a family member or an ex-lover. I feel like it's an ex-lover. This is somebody who does not mean you well. And if you need to ghost them for 3 months, a year, or 3 years, who knows? But it doesn't seem like this person is good for you right now. You will hear from them again, even if you block them, and it's going to be a weak apology. They're almost intrigued at the challenge you would represent, because they still feel like they can manipulate you. Retaliation. What they really want is to apologize to you, get you back under their thumb, and then retaliate. Show you who's boss. Don't let them do that to you. You deserve that. This person is garbage. I'll take that back, because nobody is actual garbage. But, like, don't treat people like this. It's really shitty. And whoever I'm reading for, you should not allow them another minute of your time. So, I hope you enjoyed the reading, and that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, Pile 1. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I don't know what made you choose the little box with rose malling on it, but if any of you are also part Norwegian, I salute you. I actually was lucky enough to go to Norway with my mother and my aunt to visit Bergen and Oslo. I did Norway in a nutshell, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Sonjafjorden is one place I know for sure that I saw the fjord at, but yeah, if you ever have a chance to visit Norway, I highly recommend it. The people are absolutely adorable. Um, that sounds like a little diminutive. Like, really what I mean is, like, they're incredibly hospitable and, like, kind. So, yeah, definitely recommend Norway. Anyways, I feel drawn to the, what is this, Morgan Greer. It's so funny. I brought these along on my trip pile tube, and then when I came home today and was reorganizing my cards, I noticed that the Knight of Swords was on the floor. So perhaps there's something about some reckless energy. Maybe somebody has been holding back and they really feel like now it's right in terms of coming forward to say something to you. So we have the Ten of Pentacles coming out first, along with the Three of Cups in the reverse. Okay, this is interesting, but basically what I'm getting from this pile too is that you're seeing some increase in funds or doing better when it comes to the goals that you have for your home life or what you want to do with your career, and it's pissing someone off. They're disappointed that you are doing well. Delightful energy to start the reading for you today. And then we have the Queen of Cups. And she's looking over in that direction of the Ten of Cups. So I feel like for some of you, this could be a feminine ex who walked away. So for some of you, you have an ex-lover. It doesn't have to be a woman. It could be a man in the Queen of Cups energy. Oh, excuse me. But we have somebody here who has walked away from presumably a relationship, and now somebody is seeing a glow up, and this person who's walked away is all pissy about it. Like, a little bit of jealousy, or like, you weren't supposed to do that. Kind of like that Donald Trump. Oh, you weren't supposed to do that. Because this person, it's like, instead of focusing on your finances or doing something that resulted in your glow up, they wanted you to chase them. They felt like they were your soulmate, and when they walked away, you didn't seem to care. But it's like they were playing mind games here. So we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. They didn't want you to know what was going on. They wanted to keep you guessing. What kind of immature shite is this? They wanted you not to be able to move on. They wanted you to be stationary or stagnant and see your future as dependent upon them. Ugh. Gross. So the Chariots are all about forward movement, and they felt like they could stop your forward movement. For some of you, this is like someone sending the evil eye. Ugh. For some of you, I feel like I'm reading for a masculine. For some of you, you're dealing with an ex that was very possessive of you and also has a couple of friends that would kind of like do whatever they, like, I'm literally getting a Mean Girls vibe. And they may play around with magic or spells or candle magic or something. But I actually do think it's candle magic, because you can see that candle burning at the top of the devil there. This isn't for everyone. For some of you, this is just somebody wishing you ill constantly and not realizing that that's literally spells. But this group, they were determined to prevent you from moving on, either to a new relationship or having success financially. They wanted you stuck. They wanted you to forget that you're the King of Swords. You're intelligent. You're probably also one who respects honesty and someone who's not afraid to be a little bit blunt. There's something here about you in this relationship, King of Swords, had prided yourself on approaching conversations that were difficult in the honest way that you could, or being logical or practical. But I feel like this feminine energy was using emotional manipulation. They wanted to leave you unbalanced so that you would feel like you needed them in order to fill your cup. And they wanted you to be dependent upon a relationship. They wanted your belief system to make you feel like you were stuck or you had to be with them. This could be somebody who had attempted to baby trap, or anyone really. But this is a conniving feminine energy for sure. I mean, like, who gets into, I'm going to do a fucking candle spell on this person because I want them to love me? That ain't the way to do it. Ain't the way to do it. I've manifested a lot of things in my life, but I do not believe in manifesting against somebody's free will. Don't focus your happiness on a single person, ever. You're the person that makes you happy. Changes everything. But we have 6 of Pentacles here, clarifying the 2 of Cups. I feel like you were being used in part for your financial stability or your generosity. Even if you aren't particularly well off, you're somebody who is able to make things work. And I feel like this person was just constantly asking for things. And I've never noticed this before. Look at their eyes. She has black eyes and he doesn't. This is a feminine energy who is using not good magic. That shit, like, watch The Craft, you guys. That shit comes back for you. Knight of Rods. This feminine energy wanted to use breadcrumbing or gaslighting or hot and cold to confuse you and kind of make you go crazy. Like, make it a game so that you would feel some sort of sense of accomplishment or conquest when you got her back. But really, this was all just about trying to get things from you. I don't even get the sense that this is a loyal person. They wanted to keep you stuck. 8 of Swords. For hidden energy, we have Page of Pentacles in the reverse. They did not want you to have a new beginning, but they can't stop this shit. The universe is in charge of the fact that you get a new beginning because you have good karma, my friend. You have done the opposite of this person. Maybe not across the board, but you have not been trying to control people. You have not been trying to play games. You've been trying to use the truth to better understand what you want and how to get it. And you thought you wanted this past love, but it looks now like you see this other person as a figment. Look at this. Look at this. It's almost the same card. And in the 4 of Cups, where it's like boredom or rejection, that feminine energy is just fucking gone. Because she is a breadcrumber. Right? She's like, no, I'm still here. I'm just over here. I won't say what I wanted to say. I don't think this is a loyal person. I don't think this is an honest person. I feel like with this dude hiding in the trees, there's something here about the masculine energy feeling like he needs to be vigilant to see if he can catch this feminine energy cheating. I don't like it. But it was hard because there were good memories here. There may have been a sense of innocence when you first met or started dating with this person and you forged some really good memories. But remember, if we're dealing with perhaps a feminine who's a narcissist, this is how they work. I love bomb you, love bomb you, love bomb you, and then I break your heart or do something destructive or run away. And then I love bomb you again. You know, there's something here with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse about you being on your own. Nobody is helping you. You have like this burden to support others, like this feminine energy, and it's not your burden to carry. The Five of Swords in the reverse. I feel like there's something here about this person wanting to prolong fights in order to keep you engaged in the conversation. So oddly enough, I'm going to repeat something that I had to say to pile one. If you are dealing with a narcissist, and perhaps you might be an empath, even if you aren't an empath, I have found the best way to deal with a narcissist is to shut the fuck up. It doesn't come naturally to me, I'm sure you know that. But when you give information to a narcissist, you give them ammo to use against you later on. What can they do if all you say is, okay, nothing? Don't tell them what's going on. Don't tell them why you're mad. Don't give them fucking anything. Because all they do is keep fucking talking and keep churning this bullshit in hopes that you won't get free from their dastardly grips. Smile, nod, and run the fuck away. That's my advice to you. We're going to switch decks, actually. This feels like a good time to transition, and I feel like the Edgar Allan Poe is the right one for us here. If this is resonating for you, make sure you remember to comment authenticity, like, and subscribe, and then you might win a free reading from me. We've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse. This person, this feminine energy, tried everything they could to keep you shielded from the actual happenings. They wanted you blindfolded and unaware of what the actual truth was. But I feel like with this particular Ace of Swords card, there's something here about your intuition that they were trying to block. And I feel like you're bringing it back. There's something about a shift happening where all of a sudden you're starting to notice these things and using your intuition more, your discernment more. Because you know this isn't love and you want real love. You know that you can find something better. I'm focused on the birds taking flight around the rim of the glass. I feel like this is about self-love. You have acknowledged that this person is not good for you. You have decided you want to do what is best for you. And that is an act of self-love that the universe is crazy about. They're a huge fan of this, okay? Then we have the Devil, clarifying the Six of Cups. This person was intentionally playing a role to win you over so that they could use you later on. They did not have any actual feelings for you. They saw you as a meal ticket. I'm sorry to say that. But you have realized that you see them differently as well. I feel like you have already begun the disconnection process. If not, you will very soon. This is dependent upon you seeing something that really kind of put that nail in the coffin in terms of, yeah, this person is a narcissist. This person isn't capable of loving. Which is maybe harsh, but not if they act like this. You know you have a choice coming up. And you also know that with this crow in front of the moon, your intuition is going to be the only thing you can trust. You can't trust this feminine energy. That's why there's a hesitance to even hold her hand. Most lovers cards show the two embracing. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse. You are going to do what you can to avoid the conflict that you know is coming your way, perhaps by taking my advice and not communicating directly. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse. This person may apologize, but it'll be fake and you'll see through it. The facial expression on this tells me everything I need to know. This person wants to continue to take from you, but they do not actually feel sorry for what they've done. For hidden energy, we've got the Knight of Cups. If you're new to my channel, that's where it flips over but doesn't fall out. So you may not be aware of the fact that they have someone else on the side, or you may not be aware of the fact that you have someone else coming in that would like to make you a love offer, or would like you to make them a love offer. We have the Four of Swords coming out to clarify the Devil. You're relinquishing this codependency or this issue. You see this feminine as pretty maniacal, and you're going to take some time to recover from that, to process what's gone on, to forgive yourself. That's important. You're the Magician. This is why they wanted to take advantage of you. You are so capable. You have a myriad of talents and things that you can do with your life that this person was trying to slow down. Don't let them. You know that you are skilled and you are talented and you deserve better than this. So remember this energy. You are the Magician, because you can see here, there's no one sitting at this table, but there's a crow flying directly at us. This is Spirit trying to remind you this is where you belong. You are a powerful person. You are meant for this Ten of Pentacles. No one can stop you. You just need to release this narcissist. Chariot. This is progress, right? We had the Chariot in the reverse, and now we have it in the upright. This is indicating that you are capable of moving all on your own. You do not need anybody's help at this time. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse. Do what you can to avoid social media at this time. I know that's a real big ask for some people, but here's the problem. This person is going to be stalking you. This person is going to be trying to find everything they can to use against you. So if you are using social media, tread carefully. Don't share things you don't need to. Don't share where you're going to be. Don't share if you're going to be on vacation. Don't share if you've had a great first date. Some people share way too much fucking information on social media, and I'll never understand it, ever. Like, you need to do what you can to protect your privacy, because you have good things coming in and people who want to steal it from you. We're going to get just a couple of last cards here for you, Pile 2, from the Gypsy Oracle. So we have Prison, Thief, Malady. Holy shit buckets. Okay, well, for those of you who are curious what's going to happen to this feminine who's a narcissist, she's either going to feel incredibly stuck, go to spiritual jail, or actually get caught stealing. Either way, she has some very not nice karma coming her way. You can't take advantage of people like this. You can't abuse people like this without consequences. She was frivolous in her abuses, and she will pay the consequences. It's a tough lesson to learn, but she also was receiving signs and messages and then with Gift falling out in the reverse, there's been a loss. I don't normally take these cards in the reverse, but I feel like there's a loss here for sure. This feminine energy is learning a difficult lesson and then is going to see you prosper. That's how the universe works. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Pile 2, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. You and I might be friends because I would totally have chosen Bast as well. Clearly, because, like, you know, she's on my arm. Maybe you have a tie to Egypt or you just have a fascination with it. Either way, I hope you enjoy your reading today. Let's dive right in. I'm feeling... I haven't used these very much, you guys, because there's a lot of information that I still feel like I need to learn from the book, but we're going to see how it goes. We have the Dark Goddess Oracle. So what do we have for pile 3? And Sekhmet is actually in here, who would have been a coworker of Bast in terms of, you know, Judgment Day. And I think Ma'at is in here as well. So first 2 out, we have Maeve and Angana. The words accompanying these are determination and health. I'm going to show you these pictures too because they're kind of fascinating. We've got a warrior, I think she was Irish, and then a snake lady. So, feels to me like somebody has bossed up, gotten to be a little bit more assertive, focused on what serves them or what keeps their cup full. And I feel like you've been dealing with individuals who are trying to control you because they're jealous of what you have. So we have Fauna and the Morrigan. Envy and sovereignty. So there's something here about you're having bossed up, right? And people are getting a little bit jealous. They're seeing, you know, things come easier to you than to them, and perhaps some of them feel like they can take from you, and that would be easier than having to acquire these things on their own. You didn't say the magic word. That's a quote from Richie Rich, or no, Jurassic Park. We're going to clarify with the OG, the Rider-Waite, and see what else we've got for you here. Ooh, the Fool in the reverse. 10 of Swords in the reverse. And 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Jesus, what? I feel like pile 3, you've gone through a period of loss and stagnation where you maybe were working really hard towards a new beginning, but it was something that kept, it's like a goal line that kept moving back for you somehow. And it's really exhausted you and made you feel like you couldn't keep going. You may have also depleted like savings accounts. There's something here about you staying determined despite a lot of obstacles and a lot of delays. You may have felt dependent on somebody, but I feel like you've gotten to the point now where you're working really hard to be self-sufficient and be able to resolve things on your own. You don't want to depend on anybody. And then we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, clarifying envy. You have recently, or you will soon, move out of this period of stagnation. There's something here that has enlightened you. You have gotten a piece of information or connected with an individual that has inspired you and given you hope. You've also maybe redirected your energy. There's something here about your wish fulfillment becoming more clear to you. You're confident in what it is that you're working towards. And I feel like it's because you've let go of somebody that was trying to control your path. So we have the Devil, clarifying sovereignty. And if you can see, there are people who are literally bound to the devil's throne. So it's like, these are indications that there's somebody who has maybe tried to tell you how you needed to approach your career or how you needed to approach a relationship, and you are reclaiming your voice or your power. This could be somebody who's telling you that a certain relationship isn't going to work. So you may have controlling parents that want to tell you who to marry, but there's a choice that you're faced with. Somebody wants to keep you in what you've been doing all along, and you want this new beginning. So we have the Five of Swords, the Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Eight of Cups. This person is really wanting to make sure that you don't continue to look into or research walking away and having a new beginning. But with the Eight of Cups clarifying the Hanged Man, your lack of stagnation is being clarified as walking away. So this isn't just, hey, yeah, no, I'm no longer like hung up on that particular spot. I'm going to go over here and hang out for a bit. It's like, phew, I'm fucking out. Five of Pentacles. You know now that there are people that have tried to block you from your wish fulfillment, and you are doing what you need to do to keep them away from you or excommunicate them from your energy. Because you know that in doing so, you're going to be closer to your wish fulfillment. You are doing what you need to do for you, and I commend you, pile 3. That's excellent. Alright, we're going to switch to the Egyptian Tarot, especially since you asked for Bast, right? Alright, what else do we have for pile 3, please? So, I consider this to be hidden energy since it didn't fall out on its own, but we have the Six of Swords and 10 of Pentacles. The universe wants you to know that you have a new beginning coming your way, and it's going to be pretty excellent, and give you a much more stable financial situation. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse at the beginning here was saying that there was some codependency financially, and you're going to be free of that. Somebody wanted you to be dependent on them. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. They wanted you to not be able to create your own stability. Knight of Swords. This person is getting reckless. They can sense that you're no longer really taking their advice, and that you are working on healing, so they feel like they need to come in and disrupt this and control the narrative. So they're going to move in fast and try to interrupt your healing process so that you listen to them, basically. So this is potentially somebody trying to use something, a weakness of yours, against you. Like if, for example, you're a big animal lover, they may trick you by saying, you know, there's an injured animal, I need your help, and then really it's just a ploy to start to manipulate you again. So be very cautious around people that you already suspect, because their goal is literally to interrupt your healing so that you are not as capable of doing things on your own. You, however, are coming out as the Queen of Swords right now. So this is an individual who knows the boundaries they want to enforce, and they do enforce them. So, good for you. That's my favorite card ever, by the way. We're going to get a little clarification yet here with the Kipper. If this is resonating for you, remember, if you'd like a free reading, to go ahead and comment authenticity, and be sure you like and subscribe as well. So we've got gift coming out. this is the universe basically letting you know when you choose yourself and you let go of these people that are in your way, you will see like a gift or a blessing of abundance from the universe almost immediately in some cases. So then we have sudden wealth and occupation. I feel like this is the person who would like to control you, realizing that they're not really good at making their own money, and if they lose you, they don't know how they're going to be a privileged lady. They may not actually be feminine, but I get the sense that this person is used to being, cared for, spoiled. So yeah, they're going to send you a message to try to interrupt you on your progress, and you should tell them to go fuck off. You can be nicer than that if you want. You don't have to be a bitch like me. It is actually quite good of us to try to choose the high road, right? And not be a total ass when somebody is trying to take advantage of us, but at the same time, I don't want you to fall into feeling like you have to take care of somebody who has bad will towards you. Feels like almost all three of these have had the same message, which is love yourself first, and you'll, from that point, be able to see very clearly who loves you. So, I hope you loved this reading. There are good things coming your way. We just have to get rid of the people that want to block that, right? So, thank you for support, and have a wonderful rest of your day.